Alright, hello everyone and welcome to episode 1 of my new FiveM Lua development series. In this series, we'll explore Lua scripting for FiveM servers, one of the key languages that makes your servers interactive. We'll keep it straightforward with practical examples. I'm choosing Lua because Lua's versatility makes it ideal for adding cool features to your FiveM server. So let's get into it. So let's start by creating our resource. So we need to go to your files and the resource folder of your files. Go to your resources folder and create a new folder, which I personally like to do. I'll create a new folder, grouped folder. I'll call it scripts. And this folder will contain all of my scripts. So we just create a new folder inside of the scripts folder. And this folder now will contain our resource name. So I like to start my resource name with my prefix, the MMO, and with the underscore, and for example, FiveM tutorial over here. So let's go into our FiveM tutorial and create a new file. Right click, create new file in FiveM tutorial, and we'll start by the manifest files, which will start exactly by the fx manifest. So the FX manifest is like a vital component. It defines your FiveM resources and it specifies its properties. I'm pretty sure you saw underscore resource Luas. So the FX manifest is the replace of the old underscore resource Lua. Type in. We'll call the folder FX manifest Lua. We'll add in another folder here to really see the structure of directory. So in the MMO FiveM tutorial, the script you're working on, we're gonna start by the FX manifest. So here in the FiveM docs, I will leave a link in the description. You can see they already gave us the how we can set up our FX manifest. So we'll just copy this, but we'll explaining and adding stuff. So resource type, this usually it doesn't really matter the FX version of the game, which type of FiveM SFX runtime we're using to run our scripts. This will ensure compatibility with the FiveM server. The newest one will be Cerillion or however you want to call it. So if you're not familiar with SFX, the RE is it has a framework for two major Rockstar games, GTA 5 and the Red Dead Redemption 2. So you can have a game GTA 5 or game RDR2, but in our case we're going using I bet it's GTA 5 not game 5. It's GTA 5 which we'll be creating the scripts for. Now the author will be whoever you are. For example, I'm Mehdi, so I'll just put in Mehdi. And the description is the short description about the resource you're creating. These info like author, description, version, etc. will pop usually in the TX admin and the resource category. So let's just put in here a FiveM tutorial basic resource. Now the version we can leave it 1.10. These author description and version are optionals, you don't need them. So the main stuff you need, FX version, game, and one important thing which is the Lua 54. Lua 54 has some cool, amazing and new Lua features that we'll be using later on. Now in defining our client scripts, so we can say the client.lua or any file, actually any file, and we need to have our file inside of our directory folder, which will be the MMO5M tutorial. If you have multiple client scripts, you can make it like here scripts and create a list with your multiple scripts. We'll add in another script right here, for example, client2.lua. I don't know, just get creative. I don't know what you want to call the scripts. But one thing I usually do, and it makes my life easier, create a folder and I put every single client file inside of it. So how we'll do this, go to your folder of this your script folder and create another folder inside of it. And I'll just call it client. Oh, see client. And inside of this client folder, I just slap in any Lua file I want, which I'll usually call c.lua if it's one Lua file for now. So FiveM already gave us already code, so let's just copy paste really quick and let's break down this code and figure out what is happening. So over here we are creating a local variable, calling it spawn pos, spawn position, specifying a vector3 here, which is literally like a point in space with the for x, y, and z. This usually is used to define where a person spawns, where a person, for example, teleports from place to place, markers to put when to spawn a vehicle, etc. So event handlers, you can call these event listeners too. Well, script will be listening for the event on client game start. This script doesn't trigger the event, but listens on when this event happens or occurs. From the exports of spawn manager, we are calling in the function set auto spawn callback, pressing in a function here. This set auto spawn callback usually when someone is dead and respawns, or someone just spawned in the server. And what we will do is spawn the player. We will call in the export again from spawn manager. This is the resource name, by the way. We're gonna call the spawn player function. Inside of that, we're gonna need to pass in a list, a dictionary actually, that has the XYZ spawn positions and the model of the player that will be spawning in. And we're gonna pass in another function. This function will trigger a chat message, welcome to the party. So if a player spawns or respawns, eventually we'll have trigger an event and add message in the chat, and it will say welcome to the party for this particular user only. It will not display it for everyone. And after that, we'll set the exports from spawn manager to set auto spawn to true. This means if the person dies, she will auto spawn, and it looks like we're gonna force the respawn in case the person doesn't auto respawn. So the script seems pretty easy, pretty understandable. There's nothing to go over that is very hard, to be honest. We just a quick summarize. We're defining where the person will spawn. This is the XYZ, or the position of where you want the person to spawn. We're gonna listen on the game type start when the game starts, and we're gonna call in a function which set auto spawn callback. You're gonna spawn the player, or you can say teleport the player to this coordinates. We're gonna specify spawn the pos of x, y, and z, and the model or character that we want to spawn the player in. Then we're gonna trigger a function which has an event to add in a chat message saying welcome to the party that will be displayed to whoever just spawned in only. And at the end here, after we finish up spawning the player, we'll set auto spawn to true, and we're calling in the force spawn function. In case the person didn't auto respawn, it will force spawn the player. In the next videos, I'll be showing you how to create more advanced scripts, show you how to work with FiveM natives. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe for more content. If you have any questions or ideas for future videos, leave them in the comments. Until next time, happy scripting and see you in the next video. Bye bye.